Hey, Brittany. This is very informal, but I am going to go to my Moodle master page and just kind of show you what's on there. You don't really need anything but Moodle to do this course. Okay, so we click on Moodle and go to My Courses, and then I'm going to scroll down. My master page is way down at the bottom of all my courses. So this is what Lumen gave me to work with. So when I click on that, there's a lot of stuff I don't need, but you can decide what you don't need. And then I would leave it, but I would just keep it hidden, hidden to the students. But it shows you how to set up and manage your Waymaker course. And that's the reason I wanted you to get this from, hush, Dennis. That's the reason that I wanted you to get this from Angela, because you can take this and run with it. So there's faculty resources here, and then all of this, has a dot, so it's telling you not to publish it to students, but it's just there to help you. All right, so if I click on Introduction to Biology, right now what's in there is the study plan and the quiz. If you want anything else in there, you have to put it in there. So let me show you where that's at. All right, in faculty resources, um, I know this says quiz banks and answer keys, but it's just for the quizzes that they publish. And that test bank is already loaded. But here you go, PowerPoints. So you just can click on this. Come here, Dennis. Come here. Oh, are you kidding me? Okay, well, this has never happened to me before. But the great thing is I've already put the PowerPoints in my course. So I mean that's there you go. Dennis, you're gonna have to go on now. I'm sorry. All right, so the the PowerPoints are there. This is happening to me with other things too. I don't know if it's because I'm not on campus or I my son just called me a loser. Okay, but I don't know if it's because I'm not on campus or I did clear my cache the other day of cookies and history and all that stuff because someone thought that it would help me with some of the problems I was having, and I think it's made more problems. But anyway, this probably won't show you anything either, but when you go into it, you'll be able to get into it. But anyway, all the assignments, so like those are all listed, and you can pick and choose which ones to put into your course. So I guess I need to go to my course that I can actually do something with, and that would be this one. So you have a baby, and I do too. I just happen to be his grandmother, but he lives with me, and so I understand some of what you're going through. All right, so when I did Unit 1, um, what I basically did is I just put a little introduction, um, and this in bold tells them that they have to take the first quiz in order to enter their access code, so that their access code only gives them access to the quizzes. They already have access to everything else. Davis, please get him. I don't want to have to re-record this. Please come get him and give him to Grandpa. Anyway, they already have access to everything else because it's in your Moodle. Like the slides, these are the PowerPoint slides that I just put here. I just added here. So how do I add the PowerPoint slides? Well, I know I have them downloaded, so I'll just add them again for you and show you. So I went and create learning activity, and I'm not going to do an activity, I'm going to do a resource. And so I'm going to need to look up the PowerPoint slides for Unit 1, which is Introduction to Biology. And so I'm just going to name it Slides Unit 1. And then I'm going to have to find them. And I'm pretty sure that they're in my downloads. I hope they are. Okay, so I'm looking for Lumen or Biology for Majors 1 is what I'm looking for. Biology for Majors 1. No, I don't have anything in any kind of order. Okay, this is Biology for Majors 1, Chapter 5, so I'm sure it won't be long. I actually have all of these PowerPoints, myself, um, in my downloads. That's 2. Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure it's this, and I just changed the name to it. But anyway, okay, so you find the one that you downloaded, and you would download it from that master course. Okay, you have access to it. I promise. I've just done something and messed up my computer to where I don't have access anymore. I'm gonna have to take my computer to technology support services. But anyway, you make sure it says show on course page, and then save and return to course, and you will see it. And then I'm going to show you how to move it. Okay, so now I'm still on Unit 1. I'm going to scroll down because it automatically adds it to the bottom. And so I'm going to click that arrow, and then I'm going to scroll up, and I'm going to move it here because I always put the slides first. Okay, and now that I've done that, I'm going to delete it because it's the same thing that I've already got. But that's how you do the slides. The study plan's already there. It's always going to be in the chapter already. I record lectures, and you probably looked at them. I just use a program called Screencast-O-Matic, like I'm doing right now. And I record them in 15-minute sections. So mainly because it's free to do that. Now, what I do with the quizzes and the homeworks, you may or may not have been able to see this, but the quizzes are already in there. Lumen already puts the quizzes in there. And they are 20 questions. I tell you what I do, though. I do change it because, okay, so you've got it show on course page. You want to put in your grade. You want to put it as a maximum grade of 100 because the way it comes to you is maximum grade of 20. And that may not be confusing to you, but it confuses the crap out of the students. So change that maximum grade of 20 to 100 so that they don't see 18s and 15s and 12s, on their grade book. The grade book will calculate it as a percentage, but it will show it as points out of 20. You're going to put it in your grade category, quizzes, and I'll show you how to make your categories too. But I've got exams, homework, lab reports, and quizzes. And you can do any categories that you want and make them count the amount that you want. I don't ever put anything for grade to pass. There should be a number of attempts though. These quizzes are pre-done, and I think they just automatically give them 2 attempts, but I don't see where that shows on here. But anyway, these quizzes are done already by Lumen. Okay, so the quizzes and the study plan are already going to be in the chapter. Okay, now back to Unit 1. So we've got that. And then this is an assignment that I added, which is from a virtual lab. You just upload that as, okay, so the way I did it is this is the link to the lab, and I can show you how I added it. Okay, so I just went in here and I put the link in there. You can click on choose link and then you can just copy and paste the link. But that's the link to the actual lab activity, which is a virtual lab. So it's on a different site. And I also posted the lab report for this activity so they can download it. And a lot of times for the first lab activity I have them do, even if it's a virtual lab, I'll do a video and explain to them how to do it. But this has got the chart and everything in a Word document so that they can add their answers to it. And then they can save it and they can upload it to this assignment right here. Now, the way you add the assignment is you go down, same thing, create learning activity, and you click on assignment. And you can use any assignments that you want to, but that one was called controlled experiment. And then the only thing I did is I told them what to do. So I'm just going to put follow directions just to show you how to do this. But you want to make sure you display the description on the course page, and you want to make sure that you put the due date, that the due date is correct here. Now, some of this other stuff you can look at, but the most important thing is grade. So you want to put it in as simple direct grading, and you want to put it in as that will be a lab report. Okay, so we're going to cancel this. That's how you would put the assignment up there, and then they will just upload to it, and you have to grade it. You have to go in and grade it. And that's pretty much all I would do for a unit is to put. Sometimes I record the lecture, sometimes I don't. If I have time, I do. I'm trying to get a collection of recorded lectures, but so anyway, you'll have to put the slides in. Those are the PowerPoints. You will have the study plan and the quiz already. You can add recorded lectures if you would like, but you do not have to. The homework is what I wanted to show you how I do that, okay? So when I make those homework assignments, I make them as a quiz. I hit create learning activity, and this is just another way for them to practice. They're just like practice questions. So I'm going to hit quiz. I'm going to call it Unit 1 homework. You're going to love this because the test bank is already in here. So, and then all I say in the description is when it's due. Timing, I can't remember how much I give them. I know it's 20 questions. I think I give them 30 minutes. I don't know. But anyway, we'll just say that I do 30 minutes. And I do give them 2 attempts on this since it's just a homework. And I make sure you hit display description on course page. But for the grade, I always, it's a homework grade, so I choose homework. And then attempts allowed, I give them 2 attempts. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit save and return to course. I'll delete this in a minute, but just to show you how I make the questions. You'll love this. This is so easy. After you get this set up, the most time that you spend is actually like grading and communicating with your students, answering emails. Okay, so if you've never put questions into a quiz or a homework or any kind of quiz assignment that you give, I even do my exams this way. You hit edit quiz, and then I put the maximum grade as 100, and shuffle, because you want them to get the questions shuffled because we want to keep cheating at a minimum. They still do it, but this helps. Then you hit add and go down to random question. Now this just happens to be a quiz for one section, so all I have to do is find introduction to biology. See, here's the test bank questions for everything. So introduction to biology, it tells you there's 36 total possible questions, and I want 20 of those randomly chosen. So this is another way to make the quizzes different for the students. Every question on here is going to be randomly picked every time they take the quiz. And you're done. I mean, you can hit save if you want to feel better about it, but you're absolutely done. Now I'm going to go back to this and delete it before I forget. Let's see. But you can make your exams that way too, except of course, instead of just using the questions from one unit, you can add like 10 questions from one